If we can get one more in here, I'll throw maybe a Mirage figure in with him. See if I can get everybody moved over just a little bit more. And I don't know, is Rat King gonna fit? Rat King's pretty sweet, but I don't know if he's gonna fit. He can if he's kind of coming up, creeping on Belly Bomb. There we go. He's creeping on Belly Bomb. Hello! Today on the channel, we're going to be unboxing Man Ray. This is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Archie NECA figure. I have unboxed Belly Bomb and Slash. Those are the only other two Archie figures that I own, and I've had this one sitting around forever. I feel like it was about two holothons ago, maybe 3. I bought this like at holothon at Target when I found it in the store. And it's just been sitting on the shelf forever. And it's just time to get these sweet figures out of the box. I'm looking forward to getting this one out. So there's the front of the box of Man Ray. Let's flip it around to the back. There's the back. There it is. Oh, it looks like really cattywampus. There we go. That's better. Alright, first side, it's going to have that sweet comic book artwork. And then the next side's going to have the window. And him down on the bottom. Oop, about right there. View from the top. Let's see if we can get it all in frame here. And a nice focus. There it is. Eastman and Layers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures. That's what they put for Archie. The bottom is your barcode legalese. Looks like this came out in 2022. So, yeah, it's been about 3 years. Let's pull in close and get that barcode just in case you need it for anything. Alright, let's set him here. Pull the camera back. Get a little closer look at everything on the box, and we'll get him completely unboxed. Alright, let's get a focus going, actually. All kind of issues with camera. Here we go. So I like how they do this. So this is number 2, the second figure in the Archie comics line. So I like that the NECA looks like it's the Archie font. It's pretty cool. I'm wondering if Slash was number 1. I think Slash might have been number 1. Then over this side just says Nickelodeon. And there's a turtle. Get a focus on that turtle. He's cool. There he is, Man Ray. He's got 2 different heads, which is great. I like it. And then down below, I think this guy's name is Fish Stick. I think. Could be wrong, but I think it's Fish Stick. Alright. There's the bottom. Flipping it to the back. Got your Eastman and Layers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures. The top left. I can get a focus. There we go. Nickelodeon over there. And yeah, looking pretty sweet. I like these little comic book panels. Kind of like what they do with Mirage, but a little bit different. Very good. And then the bottom here. Focus that in. So yeah, Slash. And then Jaguar and Dreadmon came out shortly after. I didn't get either one of those, but boy, I'm kind of sad that I passed. I'd like to find them now. I saw Dreadmon. Where was it? Somewhere you can get a Dreadmon for, I think it was Amazon has Dreadmon for retail price, but Jaguar, I can't find a Jaguar. I'll have to keep looking. So, anywho, let's set it here. Let's get the camera in a better position. Let me get a focus going. I'm going to get my X-Acto knife to cut that piece of tape. There we go. While I'm cutting this tape, just want to say if you're enjoying this video, if you could give it a like. If you enjoy action figure unboxings, toy hunt, shelf tours, everything fun action figure related, and you have not subscribed, hey, what that on my shelf, go ahead and do that. We get all that action figure goodness in your feed. Plus, if you have a fun comment, that's also greatly, greatly appreciated. Let's see if we can get Man Ray out of this box. He's been in here for way too long. He needs out. Oh yeah. Let's set him here. I'll get the camera in a better position. And I gotta start cutting some ties, man. Wow, that looks great. Okay. Nice. Alright, let's see. What do we need to start cutting here? Usually there's one. Okay, there's one for each foot. Bump. Boom. Arms? Nothing on the arms, huh? Probably on the neck? No. Yes? No? Let me look from the back. Yeah, there's definitely one. Let me just do it from here. Got it. Hopefully that's all we need for that. Man Ray? Yeah! Okay, he's got a tail to install too. It hooks onto here. I didn't even realize he had a tail. I mean, he is a Man Ray. Of course he's going to have a Stingray tail. Okay, so there's this piece in the back. Let's see if we can pull this out. It looks like there's just a cover over the top with no plastic ties. Easy peasy. I think if I can get it... Okay, there might be tape on there. Maybe that's it. Okay, no. Everything plopped out except for the tail. There it goes. All right, I'm going to put this all back. And I want to plug this tail in real quick. Whoa, he took a flop. All right, so... Let's see how hard it's going to be. Sometimes these are easier than others. Oh, it's in. Beautiful. Nice little ball joint there. Boy, this guy's huge. I love this. I just remember having Man Ray, the Playmates toy when I was a kid, so I had to have this. This dude is awesome. That's going to look great on the shelf. He almost looks like with his outfit that he fits with the Stump Wrestlers too. Like he looks like a wrestler. Alright, let's get the rest of these accessories out. Let's move Man Ray over a little bit. Let's cut the rest of these ties. So we have 2 on the second head. Got it. And the turtle. Come on, turtle, turtle. Turtle, turtle. Alright, and then there goes turtle. Fish stick here. Good. And a blaster. I don't even know if it's more of a harpoon, I guess. Dang. Maybe I can get it this way. There we go. Nope, that didn't do it either. I got one really good. The other one I can't get. There it is. That'll do it. Okay, so there's our harpoon gun. Fish stick's got to jump out of there, and the extra head. And then we're getting this box out of the way. And then, let's see. Let's get these plastic ties out of here, too. I don't like looking at those. I'll throw them over here and clean it up later. All right. Wow. Let's bring this down a bit. Alrighty. Let's get a closer look at all these accessories, and then we'll look at Man Ray's articulation. That's a cool looking extra head there. It's huge. I like it. Here's Turtle. Little sea turtle. Looks fun. Just a little turtle dude. No articulation or anything, but he's cool. Little accessory guy. And the harpoon is a big harpoon. Let's get that in the whole frame. It's cool. I don't think this comes with now. It's more for show. This doesn't. It would have been kind of cool if this whole thing, you could take it off. That would have been pretty cool. But it'll look good on the shelf like that. All right. Let's do the little bit. All right, yeah. Fish stick. Does he have articulation? Does not look like it. Wow, he's all kinds of stuff, isn't he? Crab arms. Looks like a catfish with one of those lighted things. I can't remember the type of fish that is. He's cool though. It's a fun little dude. Fish stick. All right. He's got punchy hands installed, but he also has some splayed hands. Let's get those in focus. They look really nice. Okay. And he's got what looks to be a trigger finger to me. This is just kind of an open hand. Yeah, I think this is for the weapon. And then a couple of open hands, like I think to hold fish stick maybe? Or just bigger items. I don't know. They look good. Alright, let's get him over here. Pull the camera back just a tad because he's a big dude. He's a big fella. Alright. Alright, so let's see what we're looking at for the head here. I was thinking it wasn't going to articulate too great, but it does. They did leave a lot of room for movement, so that's good. It feels to me like it's one of those double ball joints, like an old arcade stick, where in the top of the neck is a ball joint, and then it goes into the bottom of the head. So it's like a double ball joint, so you can get that action. But yeah, so there's your head up. There's your head down. Not a ton, but better than I thought it was going to be. There's some side to side. And you can only go so far because his chin hits his body. I mean, you could force it, but I'm not going to. Alright, the arms. You got a peg on a rocker there for the shoulder. And you've got a bicep cut. It looks like just a single joint, but it does have a pin, which is strange. So they went with a single joint with a pin. It goes 90 degrees. Usually what they'll do is just do a peg on a rocker, like the shoulder right here, and then you don't have to have a pin. But this is an older figure. I mean, 2022. It's been a while. It's the second Archie figure to ever come out, so I get it. Up and down on all the hands. What about the trigger finger? Is that also up and down? Yeah, they're all up and down hands. Alright, so for the body here, you've got a... I gotta pull this camera even further back. His tail keeps hitting my table, and I can't get it... There we go. Okay. Let's get a better focus. Alright, so for the body, he doesn't have a waist cut, but he's got this hula hoop right here. So not a ton of lean back because his body hits his Man Ray wings. And then you probably get a lot more forward. Not a ton, but there's some forward going. And of course, side to side, it is just a ball joint. Speaking of ball joints, there's ball joints in the legs. So there's your kick to the side, which is not too bad. Kick forward. Kind of has to come out to the side, just the way that this is. It is. That's about the best it'll go. He does, let's see, kick back. Forgot to do the kick back. Would be about right there. There's a sleeve that goes inside of the legs, so you have thigh movement. Thigh movement, so it'll go right and left. Very good. Double jointed knees, does have pins. Alright. Oh my god, they're so tight. Like, oh my gosh, tight. Like, let me heat this up tight. I don't know if that's going to do the trick or not. Yeah, it did. You know what? It's because of the way they used to do the paint. See how it all came off? Oh well. Maybe I could find a blue Sharpie or something to fill that in. Anyway, that's all it gets for a double jointed. No, it gets more. It was hitting the back of this. That's where you go there for the double jointed knee. There we go. There's not a boot cut here, but you've got a front-facing peg on a rocker for the foot. Pretty standard there. This is a cool guy. I want to try to get these. The other leg is really tight too. Just trying to get it worked in, but I'm gonna have to work on it later. I got one to go, but I can't get this top one to go. I'll get it at some point. All right. That's a sweet looking dude. He's gonna look good on the shelf. Let's get a better position here and throw him over here and all his accessories. Well, he likes to do the splits a lot. I've noticed he's pretty top heavy. This leg is driving me crazy nuts. Gonna have to work on it later. All right, so let's see if we can get him in a decent position. Something like that, I guess. And we'll go right there. I forgot to show the tail. Well, I kind of showed it when I put it on, but yeah, it does have a ball joint, so it articulates all the way around. Pretty cool. Let's finally get this camera set up. This Man Ray is pretty cool. All right, so you get fish stick with Man Ray. You get the extra head. I'll put that on during posing. You get his big harpoon, little turtle, and a slew of hands, which is great. All right. That's everything that comes in the box of this Archie Man Ray figure. Let's go ahead and pull all these accessories off to the side. And we'll throw some other figures next to him for scale. I'm going to have to come back just a tad, because he's a pretty big guy. Go about right there. Looks pretty good. And let's go here. I'll move him over. Get him on focus. Okay. Alright, so I have two other Archie ones unboxed. The first is Slash. There he is. Let's see if we can, he does the splits a lot too. These early ones, the legs are a little bit loose, I feel like, for the Archie figures. They're still good. I mean, they stay pretty good, but you give them any kind of pressure, they're going to do the splits. Alright, the other one that I have, Archie, is Belly Bomb. So we're about right there. Belly Bomb's awesome. So far, these Archie figures, every single one is, all three of these are pretty awesome. So looking to get more for sure. Let's throw one other figure. I don't know if we can get one more in here. I'll throw maybe a Mirage figure in with them. See if I can get everybody moved over just a little bit more. And I don't know, is Rat King gonna fit? Rat King's pretty sweet, but I don't know if he's gonna fit. He can if he's kind of coming up, creeping on Belly Bomb. There we go. He's creeping on Belly Bomb. There we go. Well, trying to get them all in super focus here. That's probably the best I can do. All right, there is Man Ray. Stay tuned for some posing. Thanks so much for watching.